This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Mother's Day. Father's Day. One day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt. Just support that fits your life. You show up for them. Now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp. Therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
When it comes to getting job supplies fast, nothing beats the Home Depot. We're always thinking of new ways to get things done quicker. Whether you're buying online for a quick in-store pickup, using image search to find exactly what you need, rapidly locating products with store mode, or getting supplies delivered same day, we meet the speed of your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy Thirsty Thursday. Obviously, Mother Nature a little thirsty this morning after that 80-degree beauty that we had yesterday.
Yeah, enjoy it while we had it.
Oh my gosh. It was... I mean, that just goes to show that Mother Nature is more fickle here in the state of Washington than pretty much anywhere else in the world.
I feel like even more so than in the past. I mean, it's just odd when you get a day that's like 80. I mean, dude, it was pushing like 85. I know it said 80, but man, it was hot outside. It was awesome. And then today it's supposed to just suck.
For some reason, my husband wanted to tackle an outdoor project in like the beating sun at the absolute heat of the day yesterday. I mean, it was 83 degrees in my house, and it felt like it was 83 degrees.
Are we married to the same person? Because the weather was great, so I'm like, yeah, let's just sit outside, enjoy it, maybe have a drink. My wife's like, get the hose, it's time to garden and do things. And I'm like, I don't want to do anything out here.
Oh my gosh, you know what we should do is just swap for like a day. Your wife comes up to my house and she and Brad can tackle some projects. Okay. And then I'll send Brad down to your house and Brad and Sid can do some things down there. You and I can go for patio drinks.
I was about to say, we just go to a bar.
Yes.
I'm in.
Let's inform these Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And today it's Learn About Composting Day. So if you need to do that, hit up Ryan Castle.
You can also hit up my 5-year-old because they're learning about it in kindergarten right now. And he saw me throw eggshells into the garbage the other day and he was like, Mom, this can go in the compost. And I was like, you're right. I'm sorry. And we do compost. I just didn't do it in that moment.
You're like, since when is my son Ryan Castle?
Oh, my God.
Ryan's the kind of guy, like, when you somewhere and you screw it up, he's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, actually, it kind of is. To dime myself, you, and Danny V out. I think we went to lunch recently, and all three of us were just standing in front of the compost, the recycling, and then the trash. And I'm like, I think this is recycling. Maybe this is compost. F it, throw it all in the trash. No. Man, talk about throw it in the trash. That was the Mariners game yesterday. You can't give them too hard of a time. They can't win them all. But, man, you don't like to see them lose the way that they did. The Washington Nationals hit 4 home runs, shut out the Mariners 9-0, making up for that 9-1 loss the day before. So the bummer part is not only did the Mariners lose, but the Astros won. So the Mariners are only a half of a game up in the AL West. Hopefully they win the series tonight. They're back at it at T-Mobile Park.
This is our year?
Maybe.
Yesterday, This major crash that happened on I-5 was a complete nightmare for anybody that was traveling northbound or southbound.
You kind of were in it.
I was in it. 8 lanes were blocked altogether. 4 people had to be hospitalized, including a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, but everyone is expected to recover. But people that witnessed it said that it was absolutely horrific. Some of the cars were trapped underneath the semi-truck. One of the cars in particular, you didn't think anybody was going to be surviving that. But thankfully, it sounds like everyone's going to be okay.
Well, yesterday we saw outside of our window, we see I-5, and it was just backed up. I'm like, sucks for you, Taryn. But by the time we were leaving, traffic looked okay, but then you still hit it.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody was doing the back roads thing. You know, it's like you could take 15th, you could take Aurora. Everybody knows how to get around, but it was slow going. So hopefully no more traffic disruptions in Seattle for today.
I'm fired up to talk about this story because this is one of the more insane stories. So I don't know if you've heard of the Green Hill School. It's a state-operated juvie facility, juvenile facility for houses older male youth and young adults as well. But they're dealing with some massive, massive issues, all because of a former employee. Her name is Angel Meisner. Instead of us talking about it, I found the King 5 report. There is so many layers of just insanity to the story. So let's enjoy.
Angel Meisner was an employee here at Green Hill until she was charged last year with having sex with a young inmate.
All right, so I have to get go. She's a naughty woman.
Oh, boy.
She beat almost all the charges at trial and was free from jail until she came back to this facility posing as a DoorDash driver with a delivery. Today, the fired Green Hill employee...
This is crazy, right?
There's a lot of determination here. This is chaos.
Right, she worked there. Now she's pretending to be a DoorDash driver to get back in there.
Admitted she returned in March to the state's detention center for young male inmates with a food order from this nearby Mexican restaurant. She said she was a DoorDash driver, but the ex-employee was recognized at Green Hill's entrance by another employee.
I confronted her. I did say Angel, and she looked at me in shock and she said no.
Okay, I'm not Angel.
Yes, you are.
Sure, you worked with me for a few years, but no, I don't know who you're talking about.
Wow, that's a very, very determined person.
And just looked at me, made this weird face.
Meisner set down the food and fled. When staff opened the bag, they found what looked like a burrito with 2 wax bricks of suspected marijuana that Meisner stuffed inside.
The old marijuana burritos.
Oh, I love those.
Green Hill investigators learned the food order was placed by another employee, Nicholas Judson, who has since been charged for his alleged part in the crime. Judson was also interviewed by Chehalis police.
Do you have any information on who this person is that brought it in?
I had no clue, sir. When they're like, do you know Angel? I'm like, who the hell's Angel?
Records show police believe that Meisner delivered 2 earlier food orders to Green Hill before she was caught. After pleading guilty to the scheme today, Meisner was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Court documents say that her drug-filled burrito was headed to the same young inmate she was accused of having sex with, Robbery Thompson.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Also, did you hear his name?
Robbery Thompson.
Robbery Thompson. So why do you think he's at the juvie?
Robbery, maybe?
Well, let's find out.
Serving 40 years for 2 murders, including a Puyallup shopkeeper.
Okay, what the hell is going on? And she's having sex with this kid and then wants to bring him some weed burritos.
This is insanity.
Insane. Almost as insane as our weather. It's going back into the 60s. Hitting well, it's weird to say that after this story. Hitting a high of 69. It's going to rain. That's the DMD brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And that's what's up.
The Daly Migs Show.
Get ready to tee off at the first ever KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing.
Let's go.
The tournament is actually sold out. However, you can come and kick it with us because the Daily Migs Show will be broadcasting live from Bill Wright Golf Complex at Jefferson Park. Get all the details on our June 9th extravaganza at KISW.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
When it comes to getting job supplies fast, nothing beats the Home Depot. We're always thinking of new ways to get things done quicker. Whether you're buying online for a quick in-store pickup, using image search to find exactly what you need, rapidly locating products with store mode, or getting supplies delivered same day, we meet the speed of your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Mother's Day, Father's Day, one day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt, just support that fits your life. You show up for them, now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp. Therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
If at any point today I seem a little bit off,
Yes.
there is well, that's probably every day. But today specifically, I'm going to be a little off because my dog is going in for surgery in like 2 hours.
That is, And so why is your dog going to surgery?
So this is the puppy, by the way, who's 90 pounds. Yes, a 90-pound puppy. He
tiny.
Just about a month ago, he started limping kind of out of the blue. There was no actual event that I recall seeing, but he just started to limp. And so we took him to the vet, and they were checking him out and couldn't figure out anything significant. So they prescribed him some pain meds and a little anti-inflammatory, sent him home. It didn't get any better. So that meant x-rays.
Did you try the pain meds to make sure that they were working at their full capacity?
Don't hide it, divide it.
Oh, God.
So we took him back in for x-rays, and they determined that he has torn meniscus. So that's very painful. Any grown, human person that has had that happen knows how painful that is, and it requires surgery.
Do you know how, or is it just dogs being dogs?
This dog has had more vet bills and more accidents than any animal, probably all my other dogs combined.
So you wouldn't be able to pinpoint, does he play, beer league soccer?
Nope. He's just
weird.
He's just a big, floppy, goofy ding dong.
Because I get nervous even when our dogs jump off the bed or the couch. I'm like, man, you're planting pretty hard. Like, I know I would be out for a few weeks after that.
And he runs so hard, and he turns on a dime. He's just a clumsy dingbat. So anyway, this morning is the day. So my dad, bless his heart, is going to be picking him up from our house, driving him to check him in at the doctor, at the doggy doctor.
They have to put him under?
They got to put him under.
I hate that.
They got to go in and do the whole deal. It's called a TPLO surgery. It's very expensive, and the recovery time is significant.
Do you have pet insurance?
Of course we do.
Yeah, I might need to start thinking about that now with the two dogs.
I mean, I feel like we learned our lesson a couple of times now. So when we got this new puppy, it was immediately pet insurance. And they reimburse like 70-80%, which is good.
It's insane, especially when you get those bills and you're like, oh man, this is gonna, I might as well have gotten the surgery myself for the amount of money I'm dropping on my dog.
Well, the other thing I'm very worried about is kind of, proofing our house for this dog because he has significant separation anxiety from me. So we sleep on the top floor. There's a lot of stairs to get up there. This dog will not be doing any stairs for a pretty significant amount of time.
I know. I always love when the vet's like, because when we even got when DJ got fixed and they're like, okay, well, she needs to take it easy for a few weeks, blah, blah. I'm like, how do you expect me to explain that to this crazy puppy? Which she did not. And thankfully she was fine. But I know they have to tell you that, but you know full well that a dog's going to be a dog.
Like, it's the funniest thing ever when they tell you to keep your puppy calm for 2 weeks while they recover. Like, okay, man. So, yeah, it's going to be a long road to recovery. They said it's like 4 to 6 months for a dog his size to get pretty much back to normal.
Damn, does he have to,
go to physical therapy? I have no idea.
Like a cast or something like that to keep it from re-injuring it, re-aggravating it?
I mean, I'm assuming there's some sort of a brace or something that he's going to wear, but I decided to give him
I've got a couple extra knee braces. Since he's so big, it'll probably fit him.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But last night I decided to give him a bath because, I'm like, he's not going to get a bath probably for a while during this recovery.
I thought you were going to say I pampered him with some food.
Well, I did that too.
You gave the dog something that they probably hate getting.
But Barrett shared his dinner with him last night. He got part of a grilled cheese sandwich and an egg yolk and some other things with his dinner. But yeah, last night was the last meal. He has to fast, all morning and then go in for surgery. I know. So if you have a similar story, I would love to hear it. And please bring the good stories, bring the bad stories, bring all of them. When did your pet need surgery and why? Call 206-803-ROCK.
The Daily Migs Show.
When did your pet totally shock you by needing surgery? Maybe they swallowed a whole sock.
Not that my dog would ever do that.
Never. Maybe they ended up with stitches for some reason. Call 206-803-ROCK and tell us, when did your pet need surgery? 206-803-ROCK. We're going to take these calls after Guns N' Roses. Based on the fact that my dog is going in for surgery this morning, I want to hear the good, the bad, the ugly stories. When did your pet need surgery?
I got to ask, do you really want to hear the ugly?
I do.
You do? I mean,
misery loves company, Steve.
Also, then I shouldn't feel bad playing this then.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
I've debated it. I was like, I shouldn't do this. This will tug on our emotional heartstrings.
This is the worst song and the worst commercial ever.
Perfect song to listen to when we're talking about pets. Okay, I'm sorry.
206-803-ROCK. Tell us why your pet needed surgery. James from Burien, tell us about your black lab.
Yes, so we were just a normal, weeknight. My dog went out to use the restroom and came back in, and all of a sudden, one of her back legs, she was holding it up in the air, and my wife and I were looking at each other, and we're going, "Oh my God, what's going on?" So she had jumped off the deck and injured one of her knees, basically. And so, of course, immediately, like all good parents do, take her in the vet the next day, and the vet looked at her over and said, "Yeah, she said, I don't even have to do x-rays or anything. She's torn her ligaments in her knee, and she's going to need surgery."
Oh, and what did that set you back?
Well, I mean, so the conversation was, okay, how much is this going to cost us? And I said, $500 surgery. And the vet is raising her thumb up in the air, going, "No more." And I'm okay, $5,000. And she goes, and she keeps raising. And I go, "How much?" She said, $12,000.
So then James got another credit card.
206-803-ROCK.
Whoa.
Why did your pet need surgery? Jerry from Marysville.
Hey, Steve, you want everybody crying with Sarah McLachlan there?
I know. But she said she wanted the ugly, so I'm like, this is the ultimate ugly moment.
So, 6-year-old Malamute, last year, he got up really quick on hardwood floor, yelped, tore his ACL. Doctor said that it's kind of something that happens anyway, whether, it could just happen from walking and all, but thankfully, you have pet insurance, like a $250 deductible with all the doctor visits I went through. Surgery comes up, it's $10,000.
What was the recovery like?
Well, the recovery was a few months. Yeah, first couple days he can't walk at all. You got to kind of hold his back legs up. It was his left rear ACL.
Oh, and Malamutes, they're not small dogs.
No, he's 150 pounds.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's a lot to have to handle.
So, yeah, we have to kind of hold him up, and it's just after that, it's walking 100 feet, walking 200 feet, so on, just kind of get him used to it and all. Good thing is that why you should get it. Insurance paid of the $10,000, they paid $9,000.
Nice,
dude.
That's just the best news, honestly.
The thing is, we know that we put ourselves through this. The pets are never cheap, but yet here we are, still doing it. Here I am now with 2 young pups.
I can't wait to tell you tomorrow how much the surgery is going to be because I don't really know. There's a range that they gave me.
What do you think?
I'm betting it'll be in this $7,000 range, 8 maybe. I'm guessing.
I'm going $11,000.
No.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
How would you like a shot at beating Steve this morning with a record of 174 wins, 58 losses, and 40 ties in 2025? 206-803-ROCK is the number to call, and we will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Mother's Day, Father's Day. One day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt, just support that fits your life. You show up for them, now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp, therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Mother's Day, Father's Day. One day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt, just support that fits your life. You show up for them, now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp, therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know that Jeff from Puyallup is. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah, buddies.
Jeff is in the house. Steve, you've got to get yourself out of the studio right now.
Bye-bye.
For those who are playing along at home, Jeff is going to have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, Jeff?
Yes.
How do you say hello in Spanish?
Hola.
Correct. What shape is a stop sign?
Octagon.
Correct. What fast food chain has the most locations in Washington?
McDonald's.
No.
Burger King.
No.
Fast food chain. Wow. Starbucks.
No. With the number being more than 10, how many children did President John Tyler have?
12, 13.
No.
11.
No. What kind of creature is Sebastian from The Little Mermaid?
He's a crab.
He is. In what Asian country were paper, gunpowder, and the compass invented?
China, Japan.
Yes. What rock star's nickname is the Motor City Madman?
Ted Nugent.
Yes. Fartlek is an interval training term used in what form of exercise?
What was that word?
Fartlek.
Aerobics, weightlifting.
No.
I don't know. Taekwondo.
No. You know what, Jeff? You didn't do too bad, though. You got 5 correct. Split right down the middle.
It felt terrible. But, all right.
We're going to stump Steve on a couple of these, I am certain.
All right.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Walking with confidence.
You know it.
Which I hate. Steve, are you ready? Yeah, Daddy, let's go. How do you say hello in Spanish?
Hola.
Correct. What shape is a stop sign?
That would be a hexagon.
No.
Octagon.
Yes. Which fast food chain has the most locations in Washington?
Is it Jack in the Box?
It's not.
Starbucks?
No.
Taco Bell?
No. With the number being more
McDonald's?
than 10, no.
Oh.
With the number being more than 10, how many children did President John Tyler have?
Burger King?
No.
More than 11?
No.
12?
No.
14?
No. What kind of creature is Sebastian from The Little Mermaid?
Crab.
He is. In what Asian country were paper, gunpowder, and the compass invented?
China.
Correct. What rock star's nickname is the Motor City Madman?
Ted Nugent.
Correct. Fartlek is an interval training term used in what form of exercise?
Squats?
No.
I don't know. Yoga.
No.
Bench press.
No. What planet in our solar system is known as our largest gas giant?
The home of the fartlek? Is it Uranus?
No, it is not.
Jupiter.
Yes.
What?
And Steve, Jeff already knows. With that, you got 6 correct, and that is a win.
Let's go.
6-5. Sorry, Jeff.
All right. Next time, Steve.
Next time.
Right.
Cannot confirm, but I'm gonna say let's not Urban Dictionary fartlek.
We'll get to that one in just a minute, Steve. I know you're dying to know.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
The fast food chain with the most locations in Washington is
Taco
Subway.
Time? Oh, Subway.
The president, John Tyler, had 15 children.
15.
That sounds very expensive.
I would never guess Subway.
Never, ever?
No, I mean, it would take me forever to get to Subway. Starbucks came into my mind even before Subway, but
Of course.
Yeah.
Fartlek is a term, it's like a Scandinavian term, and it's used in running. It's a form of interval training in running.
Okay.
So congratulations on your big victory, Steve. You did very well.
Thank you.
If people want to check out what we've got going on in the Rock Shop, there's always something new. And the latest and greatest from the Daily Migs Show is the I Beat Migs shirt. You can grab one at KISW.com.
The Daily Migs Show.
We have a new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message, and it has been a treat listening to the messages on there. Some rather interesting, Steve.
Somebody wants to talk chocolate with us.
Okay. We're going to slide into our VMs after Stone Temple Pilots.
Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs.
Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
You can slide into our voice messages gently or not so gently. Vent about anything you'd like to vent about.
Jump in aggressively.
Just head to the Odyssey app and you can tell us whatever you would like over voice message. Steve, how's it looking in there?
Are you ready for our first voice message through the Odyssey app?
Waiting all morning.
All right.
So I got something to vent about. I don't know if you guys have heard about the viral Dubai chocolate bar.
Okay, yes. I feel like, do you know about Dubai chocolate?
No. Is it really expensive, I'm guessing?
Yes. And I think it might have like a pistachio type of a vibe to it. It's everywhere now. I have not tried it yet, but I've seen like different stores. Like they make it. When we went to the farmer's market in Tacoma, every like fudge place, this place, that place made it a point to say, we have Dubai chocolate.
So it's not like a certain brand. It's just this one chocolate from Dubai.
I don't know. It's from the Dubai cows, I think. I have no idea what's going on, but apparently it's all the rage, and it's also very expensive.
Okay.
I guess it's viral on TikTok.
Yep.
I'm not privy to this stuff, but my wife sure is, and she absolutely loves it. So there's a bakery in Lacey that makes really, really good chocolate, I will admit. And they make this chocolate bar. That chocolate bar is $30.
Dude.
$30? How big is this chocolate bar?
I honestly, like, even like those like slivers of fudge, I saw like, it was like $15-16 just for the Dubai chocolate, and the other ones were not that much.
Oh my gosh.
For a single chocolate bar, it's about the size of a Hershey's bar, $30.
$30.
So I bought one for her the other day as an anniversary gift.
Okay, how bad is it that that's considered to be a gift?
I bet he got laid that night.
Oh, he gave her some of that Dubai.
The guy grabs it off the counter, scans it, and then the system proceeds to ask for a tip. I did not tip. $30 for a chocolate bar, and you provided no customer service, and you still asked for a tip. No tip for you.
Well, yeah, what is that, like, with 20%? Was it like $6 or something like that? That's a lot.
No way.
In all fairness, I got to imagine that they're probably using like one of those square registers where it's like it instant, like unless you disable it, it always just says what you'd like to tip, which I wouldn't give the person working there too hard of a time. That's probably something you have to take up with their management.
Oh,
but
for sure.
$30. We got to try it.
Well, now that's what I'm saying. If you and Danny and I go splitsies on it, we'll each invest $10.
I'm in.
Okay, I'll try it.
Well, I know like they were hard to find, but there was like a Dubai chocolate like fudge bar or something, or ice cream bar that was like sold out of everywhere, and it was like one of those things kind of like with like Elmo, where it's like, hey, it's in the stores now, hurry up and go get it.
Oh my God, I'm so curious. I'm not even really a chocolate lover, but I want to know what a $30 chocolate bar tastes like for sure.
I can't imagine it tastes much better than another. Right.
That's what we should do, is like a blind taste test. See if we can tell which one is the Dubai chocolate.
Oh, now we're cooking with butter. All right, we got another voice message.
Taryn, Migs, Please tell me you've seen that Stefan Diggs video of him handing out drugs. What the That's just crazy.
Dude, I saw a little bit of it yesterday, but I finally saw the video this morning, and he has like a pink bag that some are assuming, allegedly, he's on a boat handing it to these hot chicks that are on the boat with him, and it's a pink powder, and some think it's called pink cocaine, which is ketamine and Molly.
I mean,
two of my favorite things. I'm kidding.
But it looked like there was like some like
Only one of
black thing in there too.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's how you smoke it.
I have no idea.
I don't know what's going on, but obviously that's a tough call for the team. I know Mike Vrabel, the coach, of course, people are asking him, and listen to him, you can tell he's just like, man, what do you want from me?
Well, it's something that we're aware of, and obviously we want to make great decisions on and off the field, and we're hoping that with our time here on the field today, and that when we don't have a script and we're on the call periods, that we're making great decisions. And so the message will be the same.
Yeah, I don't think he's making great decisions. Have you ever seen the TV show Ballers?
No.
That was on HBO. It's kind of like Entourage, but in the sports world, The Rock put it out. So, of course. He wasn't in it. He was just trying to produce. Oh, no, actually, he wasn't in it. Never mind.
Oh, my God.
But I feel like this is like a scene from that show where it's just like so ridiculous. And it just illustrates just like how insane some of these football players can be.
I mean, I don't think it's breaking news that a football player had drugs, you know?
Pink cocaine?
Daily Migs Show.
Last weekend, to the delight of many and the anger of some, Kermit the Frog was the one in charge of the commencement speech at the University of Maryland.
I think it was so awesome.
I mean, I think we all wish we were there.
Yes.
So then we tracked down Helen, who was there, a recent graduate of UMD, and we're going to chat with Helen at 7:20.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Mother's Day, Father's Day. One day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt, just support that fits your life. You show up for them, now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp. Therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
When you need job supplies delivered fast, nothing beats delivery from the Home Depot. Get everything you need for your jobs delivered at the speed you need. From 2-day to next day to same day, the Home Depot gets what you need where you need it in record speed. This is fast. Delivery built for business, your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Steve Migs, last weekend, the big talk was Kermit the Frog.
Yes, it was.
Kermit was trending because he ended up delivering the 2025 commencement speech at the University of Maryland. Go Terps.
You're all here to listen to a frog in a very tiny cap and gown give a commencement speech on, what's actually turned out to be a pretty beautiful evening.
None of us were there, obviously, but we found somebody who was. She's a student. Her name is Helen, and her Instagram bio will sum it up best for you. She is girl with the Kermit grad cap. And we have Helen on the phone right now. Good morning, Helen.
Good morning.
Now, Helen, if you believe some of the idiots that are in media, how insulted were you that Kermit the Frog delivered your commencement speech?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I definitely would have much rather had some random CEO that I'm not going to remember the name of in 20 years.
That was the part I thought was just so insane. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How cool is it that Kermit the Frog delivered your commencement speech?
It was genuinely, the best option. The day that they started teasing the announcement, I remember texting one of my friends, and I was like, are they actually getting Kermit the Frog to do our speech? That is crazy.
So, Helen, to paint the picture, you had a Kermit the Frog on top of your grad cap, kind of wrapped around the cap there. How many days in advance did you start building your grad cap?
Honestly, it was a lot more last minute than it probably seemed. I had kind of been putting it off because with the weather forecast that week, I didn't want to put a bunch of work into my grad cap and then have it get rained on and destroyed.
Right.
So then when they finally were like, we're going to move the commencement back a day and hope that it's not pouring down rain, I was like, okay, I have this Kermit the Frog stuffed animal that I used for my graduation photos. It would be kind of cute if I just had him hanging on to my cap like that.
That's awesome. When did you find out that Kermit is going to do the commencement speech? Because I didn't know about it until it happened.
Oh, God. They announced it let me see. I found the announcement. Yeah, it was the end of March they finally announced the commencement speaker, and everybody was just freaking out.
So a question for you then, because you are girl with the Kermit grad cap, how many people were linking up with you wanting to get pictures with you?
Oh, my God. I got followed by multiple photographers the whole day. It was hilarious.
Out of curiosity, Helen, what'd you graduate in?
I have a degree in geology.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
So, I want to play a little clip of the audio from Kermit's speech, because there was a part where I was like, man, I really resonated with this part, and I thought it was just awesome. I just want to get your take on what was a highlight for you, but this was a highlight for me when I was watching back the Kermit speech.
Here's a little advice if you're willing to listen to a frog. Rather than jumping over someone to get what you want, consider reaching out your hand and taking the leap side by side, because life is better when we leap together.
How about for you? What was a part that really just hit home for you?
I think the part that got to me the most was there was a bit where he said, looking out, all of you are sitting there in your caps and gowns ready to graduate, but your parents in the audience are looking at you and still seeing that little preschooler sitting in front of the TV learning the ABCs from my friend Big Bird.
Right now, you're all dressed in your caps and gowns, all grown up, but your family probably looking at you, still seeing you as that little preschooler sitting crisscross applesauce, maybe learning the alphabet from my friend Big Bird on Sesame Street. And for you, that was a lifetime ago. But for them, probably feels like yesterday.
Dude, yeah, that hit me. As I have a 5-year-old, and Taryn over here has a 5-year-old as well. And I was just like, and we're already saying that time is going too fast. And when that moment happened, I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for my kid to graduate kindergarten, let alone college.
Having Kermit there really, I feel like, brought all of us back to being that little kid watching Sesame Street and the Muppets. And so it was kind of like a whole full circle moment.
I was wondering about that, because you got the idiots on social media, you got the idiots in some news organizations. Everyone's the ones that want to make this out to have a moment to be outraged about Kermit the Frog. But what about the students? What was the overall vibe that you got from everybody? That it sounds like it was an overwhelmingly positive thing to have Kermit be the commencement speaker.
Oh yeah, definitely. There were definitely some people who were a bit upset about it because they thought it was a bit of a cop out or lazy or whatever. But I think the majority of people were so excited about it. And I mean, if you watch the video, every time that they showed us in the crowd, everybody's smiling and paying attention and really happy to be there. So I think that was the overall vibe.
Well, in fairness, they wanted Fozzie to speak now.
Well, Helen, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on graduating from University of Maryland. Go Terps, and wishing you all the best in your future.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Taryn, what about you? Put you on the spot. Okay, Kermit's living in all of our hearts and souls, but at the end of the day, he's a character on a television show. If you had to pick a fictional character, who would you want to speak at your commencement speech?
The obvious choice is Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso! That's incredible.
Somebody needs to take advantage of that.
That would be so great.
Oh, what's it going to be for you?
Here's the problem. I'm such a wrestling nerd, but we have a tough... I know. We have a tough time. At the end of the day, they're playing characters. Right? Yeah. I mean, Macho Man Randy Savage is not really Macho Man Randy Savage outside there. It's Randy Poffo.
Sure.
So I want Macho Man Randy Savage. Granted, he's no longer with us, so making it a little bit even more difficult. But I would say Nature Boy Ric Flair, full Ric Flair mode. That would be amazing. Or Alf.
From Melmac?
Yes.
Okay, now what about you? 206-803-ROCK. What fictional character would you want to have deliver your commencement speech? 206-803-ROCK.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. We would love to know what fictional character you would want to deliver your commencement speech.
Oh, yeah!
Call in now, 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Foo Fighters.
Where do you keep your casserole dishes?
Why?
The cat won't fit in the toaster.
What fictional character would you want to deliver your commencement speech? Call now, 206-803-ROCK. Andy from Fife, who would you want to deliver your commencement speech?
Good morning, you marvelous morning show members.
What's up?
I would love to have Bill and Ted deliver my commencement speech and all the fun people they could bring to tell us what's what.
Like Socrates at San Dimas High, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I dare say it would be excellent.
I mean, dude, that was one of the better.
Excellent.
What a great moment from that movie, too.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
206-803-ROCK. Matthew from Woodinville, what fictional character would you want delivering your commencement speech?
I want Jules from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
That's the Samuel L. Jackson character.
It's so funny you say. I was literally looking at a text message where someone's like, I want Sam Jackson. I'm not sure which character, but I'm leaning towards Jules from Pulp Fiction as well.
Gotta be full of MFers, too.
Right, yeah, he can't be censored.
No.
Thank you, Matthew. 206-803-ROCK. What fictional character would you want delivering your commencement speech? Jordan in Wenatchee.
So I'm feeling C-3PO from Star Wars.
Oh, man, that would be very awkward.
Very inspirational.
Somebody texted and said Yoda. I think Yoda would be a good pick, too.
Yoda, or maybe even Chewie. We'll understand them, but I think it'd be pretty funny.
Just get the entire Star Wars cast.
Yes.
Darth Vader.
They can all take it. Everybody takes like a couple sentences at a time.
R2D2 would have to, of course, be the last person to do something.
Mm-hmm.
No.
206-803-ROCK. Bandana guy, you're in Tacoma. What fictional character would you want delivering your commencement speech?
As somebody that went to an alternative school, we didn't get one, so I would think that somebody as powerful and poetic as Ernest P. Worrell to motivate our future.
Ernest goes to alternative school.
Exactly. He tells all of us bad children and teaches us how to be good, just like summer camp.
That's fantastic.
I love this text. I want Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec to deliver my commencement speech. It would be 45 seconds long, mostly him talking about meat and woodworking, and somehow it'll be more useful than any TED Talk that I've ever watched.
That is a great call.
Yes.
206-803-ROCK. Michael from Seattle, what fictional character would you want delivering your commencement speech?
Well, I'll try to be brief on this. I think Steve might have heard of this. Back in the day, early, mid-'90s, there was a show on USA of Rhonda Shear, Up All Night.
Yes.
And they had an animated cartoon, definitely not for children, Duckman. And he was a duck, and he was a detective. It was animated, and he had a sidekick, corn-fed pig, who was kind of like Harry Morgan in Dragnet. Duckman. Can you imagine some of this? If you're familiar with the show, anyone in the Rockaholics?
Wait, wasn't that...
Can you imagine Duckman doing a commencement speech?
And wasn't it the voice of Jason Alexander, George Costanza from Seinfeld?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, let's get it. Let's make it happen.
I'm in. 206-803-ROCK. Brian's at JBLM right now. Who would you want delivering your commencement speech from the world of fictional characters?
Well, first of all, good morning. And I want to thank you guys for all the joy you guys bring to me during the morning. Makes my day better.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Brian.
It's Brandon, but...
Oh, Brandon!
All day.
Way to go, Taryn. Said something nice and you
What
screwed
a
up his
jerk.
name.
Scooby-Doo all day.
Zoinks.
That would be the buzzword of the day.
Well, I'm really hoping that after it's all said and done and over with, we can partake in a doobie-doo, and then he can make me one of them glorious sandwiches he makes.
I was going to say, are we getting Scooby snacks with this commencement speech? If so, I'm 1,000% in.
You reach under your seat, everyone's got Scooby snacks.
Let's go.
The Daily Migs Show.
Would you like a shot at beating Steve? If so, call 206-803-ROCK. He's got a record of 175 wins, 58 losses, and 40 ties. And we will play Beat Migs at 750.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Mother's Day, Father's Day. One day a year to say thank you. But parenting and caregiving, that's every day. Online therapy gives you a space to be heard, to process, to recharge. No commute, no guilt, just support that fits your life. You show up for them. Now show up for you. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp. Therapy for the people who care for everyone else.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Military families are stronger together. That's why American Military University offers special rates and grants the whole family can take advantage of. Whether it's our preferred military rate or veteran grant, we make education accessible for active duty service members, veterans, and their families. No current enrollment needed. If you have a family member in the military, you're eligible. American Military University. Education for every military family. Learn more at amu.apus.edu/military.
I'm usually a big planner, so naturally, I was anxious about how labor and delivery would go. But my maternity team was so outstanding and helpful in preparing me mentally that my birth plan was just to be flexible and trust in the medical team at Providence Swedish. Even when there was a shift change mid-labor, my team was like, we're staying. We gotta meet this baby. The birth really was just so calm and peaceful.
Learn more about saying he's story at providenceswedish.org/maternity. Providence Swedish. Health for a better world.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know that Rob from Gig Harbor is. Rob, are you there?
I am here.
Rob is here, so Steve, that means you've got to get out of here.
All right.
For those who are playing along at home, Rob will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What retailer's logo looks like a bullseye?
That would be Target.
Correct. Which Seattle Mariner has been called Crawdaddy most of his life?
Juan Crawford.
No.
Oh. Darn, I don't know the players.
All right, we'll pass. In what decade did Chicago first dye its river green for St. Patrick's Day?
30.
No.
40.
No.
50.
No. What kind of animal was the first to go to space?
Repeat the question.
What kind of animal was the first to go to space?
Pass.
Paella is the national dish of what country?
I believe that would be Spain.
Correct. Who replaced Michael Keaton as Batman?
Ooh, Mr. Val Kilmer.
Correct. What children's board game featured a character named Lord Licorice?
Oh, I used to play that when I was a kid, Candyland.
Yeah. What what tech company was the first to reach the $3 trillion market cap?
Oh. What tech company you said?
Yes.
Apple.
That is correct. I'll accept it, even though I kind of said it, but that's okay. We don't have to tell Steve. We don't have to tell Steve. That's just a little secret between you and me, Rob. Rob, you got five correct.
Oh, all right.
You split right down the middle. A fine score. Nothing to be ashamed of at all.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
But here comes a man that I'm very ashamed of.
Oh,
That's
what?
Steve
Come
Migs.
on.
Steve, welcome back.
You're such a jerk.
Are you ready?
All right.
Steve, what retailer's logo looks like a bullseye?
Oh, Tatum's favorite store of all time. That's Target.
Yes. Which Seattle Mariner has been called Crawdaddy most of his life?
I had no idea they called him. I got to assume it's J.P. Crawford.
It sure is.
Crawdaddy.
In what decade did Chicago first dye its river green for St. Patrick's Day?
70s.
No.
60s.
Yes. What kind of animal was the first to go to space?
Oh, dog.
Yes. Paella is the national dish of what country?
Mexico?
No.
Spain.
Yes. Who replaced Michael Keaton as Batman?
Crap. Not. Is that Bat Nipples? Is it Val Kilmer?
Yes. What children's board game featured a character named Lord Licorice?
Candyland?
Yes. Which tech company was the first to reach the $3 trillion market cap?
Microsoft.
No.
Apple.
Yes. What is the only U.S. state to border a Canadian territory?
Washington.
No.
Michigan?
No.
New York.
No. The Silver Bullet Band is the backing band for which rocker?
Bob Seger.
Correct. And with that, Steve, you got 9 correct, and that is a win, 9-5. Sorry, Rob, you did a great job playing today.
Thanks for killing me, Steve. I appreciate it.
It was a good game, Rob. Thanks a lot for joining us.
The only one you got wrong was kind of a trick question. The only U.S. state to border a Canadian territory is Alaska. The rest of the contiguous states, a lot of those are provinces, not territories.
Man. College Steve would be very disappointed in him because I did take Canadian studies in college.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you? What kind of grades did you get in college?
I mean, probably B or C at best.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
It's good enough.
That's why you're so good at Beat Migs.
Thank you. Buy a shirt.
Yesterday, we learned that Sean Combs is a fan of putting applesauce on a cheeseburger. So we're going to try it. We have a burger. We have applesauce.
We do.
We have a local chef who's known for crazy burgers, and he's going to be joining us as well. We're going to find out how this burger with applesauce tastes after Nirvana. Yesterday, we learned some very interesting information during the Diddy trial, and that is the fact that Sean Combs is a fan of putting applesauce on his burgers.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yes, we are.
Ryan Castle was so intrigued, he decided he wanted in on this action.
Look, let's just say this isn't the first time saying yes too quickly got me in trouble. Steve was like, you want to try? I was like, sure. And then my brain went, no, why did you say that?
So it's a cheeseburger with applesauce on it. And that was this might be the only thing that we're willing to try that Diddy is in the news for.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I don't know about that, Steve.
We're going to try the Diddy burger. Is that what we're calling it?
I guess. And we actually have a burger expert on the horn, and that is Jason Slusher, who is the chef at Doofer's Bar and Grill in Renton.
Jason.
And they are well known for having the most insane burgers in existence. What's up, Jason?
Good morning, guys. How are y'all?
We're doing great, man. And you always do Burger Madness, which is right around the time of March Madness, where every day at Doofer's, you'll create the most insane burger concoction. But have you ever thought of putting applesauce on a burger?
You know what? I think there is a salty-sweet combination that is going on there that might come into play that might blow your taste buds away. It's intriguing. I don't know if I'd go standard cheeseburger. I think maybe a little ham and Gouda might go good, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, you put bacon. I mean, pork and apples are like Amos and Andy. They go together.
Amos and Andy? Exactly. You went with?
I went deep, didn't I?
You went old. All right, so I think it's go time.
Ren and Stimpy.
So, Jason, we definitely want to talk more about your burgers. Still kind of old. But first, we're going to try this Diddy burger. That sounds weird even saying that.
You want to call it the McDiddy then?
The McDiddy. The McDiddy might be. Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
All right, here we go.
I mean, it's okay.
I don't hate it.
It's just sort of mush.
Yeah. Now, Tyron, you're not a fan of applesauce.
I don't like applesauce. I like apples. I like apples in their true form. I don't like them saucy.
And I got nervous because when I put the applesauce, I'm like, how much should I put on? You're all like, just put a little like relish. And I went a little heavy-handed on the applesauce. It's not terrible.
Which was great for turning the bread into pulp.
Uh-huh.
I do think, as someone who does not like applesauce, I would rather have applesauce on a burger than applesauce by itself.
I gotta say,
I don't hate it.
Jason, I think we're on to something. Don't call it the Diddy burger. I don't know if that will help you with your sales, but
No, I don't think I'd do that. But I'm actually intrigued that you guys got a chance to try that.
The Diddy burger would be oily.
Ew.
Okay. All right, Jason, tell us about what's been the craziest burger concoction that you've ever made over at Dufers, which is in Renton, and I highly recommend. I've been there a bunch of times, met Jason there. That's where I first experienced Burger Month. It's worth going to.
Well, that's a good question, Steve. I've been doing Burger Month for 22, 23 years and multiple combinations. So you take 31, times 24. I've got multiple burgers. So I would have to say, I think it was a year or two ago, I did what was called a Genghis Khan burger. And that was ground short rib, ground pork belly, and it also had some wild boar in it. And I did a little bit of a miso sauce with it, and I think that was my most creative one I've done.
I mean, I've got a quiet afternoon. We could go down.
Dude, one of my favorite experiences when I met Jason, I was back when I was playing hockey over at Snow King in Renton. We would go there almost every Thursday for lunch. And Jason would be there, and that's where I first discovered how great the food at Dufers was. And he was in the back, and he's waving at me, and he's got a fish in his hand, like before it's even been cleaned or cut. And I don't know if you remember this, Jason. You look at me, and go, "This is about to be in your belly," because I got a halibut sandwich.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah.
It was the most.
Yeah, I remember. I brought out what was like 30-pound halibut to show you.
Yeah, so he's like, "You're about to eat this." I'm like, "I cannot wait. This is amazing."
And that's an ugly fish, but it's delicious.
So good. Yeah, so good, dude.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was great. I remember you guys coming in every Thursday. I really appreciated seeing you guys.
And real quick, tell the backstory with you, because you were once like Dufers is a dive bar, but like before that, you were doing you were a chef at some hoity-toity type place, and you're like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, correct. I came up here with Claim Jumper Restaurants back in the day, and then I got away from that. I ended up over at the Bellevue Club as a banquet chef. I also worked at a little steak restaurant in Redmond for a little while. That was called Beck's. So, I've been in the industry for 30-plus years. I've been at Dufers for 24 now. And Gus and Nick and Paul have given me my creative license to do what I do here, and I really appreciate that. And I really enjoy the support from the community and you guys as well.
Oh, you crush it.
Well, Jason, I know that Steve has been, singing your gospel for so long to me, and I've never been to Dufers, so we got to set up a field trip immediately, and I can, come and have it in real life.
Yes, I would love to see you guys down here. Obviously, Steve knows where it's at. I think you guys get a really good really like this place. It's a clean environment. It's fun. It's family friendly. So we got a lot going on here. Community really does support us, and it's great to hear from you guys as well. I appreciate it.
You had me up to family friendly.
Jason, we'll see you soon. This might be the first and last time I ever say this. We'll bring the applesauce.
Okay, you bring it, brother, and I'll turn it into something you'll like.
That's awesome.
The Daily Migs Show.
Do you think you have a Karen for a parent? Many people are sharing stories about this. They think their parent is very Karen-like. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
When it comes to getting job supplies fast, nothing beats the Home Depot. We're always thinking of new ways to get things done quicker. Whether you're buying online for a quick in-store pickup, using image search to find exactly what you need, rapidly locating products with store mode, or getting supplies delivered same day, we meet the speed of your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
BuzzFeed recently asked readers to share what it was like to grow up with a parent who fit the Karen stereotype. A Karen for a parent. The responses were very overwhelming. It seems a lot of people had things to weigh in on, and at times some of these stories are hard to believe, Steve.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to go straight to the comments.
All right, well, we found a bunch of comments about this, and we decided who better to read them than someone who might be known for as being a Karen in some people's eyes, one of them being Tom Brady. We found Giselle. So Robot Giselle will be reading some of these stories from people that chimed in about how their parent was once a Karen, or as one texter said, a Karen.
Oh, I like that. A Karen.
Are you ready for the first story?
Yeah.
When my mother didn't get her way after trying to return an item, she held her arm straight out to the side while walking out. So tons of merchandise fell off the racks and onto the floor. It was a clothing store, so nothing broke. But it was still mortifying, and I could never shop there again.
I don't know why I'm picturing Creeds with arms wide open playing in the loudspeakers.
Slow walk. That is very mortifying.
Do you ever see people like that are like, they're clearly making a scene?
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just so unhappy with the customer service.
That's just very embarrassing for them.
All right, ready for the next Karen story or Karen story.
Years ago, my mother was acquainted with a neighbor who owned a local fast food restaurant and constantly complained about how expensive the ketchup and sauce packets were. One day, while picking up dinner for our family of 5, my mother asked for extra ketchup, and she was given a small bag filled to the top with packets. She wrote down the employee's name, called the owner, and ratted the employee out for wasting money. She is proud of this and still regularly tells people about it. We don't talk anymore.
Oh, my gosh. That is an aggressive response.
If you had to pick who of your parents is the most Karen-like, you're giving me a look.
It's my mom.
It's your mom?
Yeah.
Your mom doesn't hold back. That's what I love about your mom. Your mom is just no filter, says what she feels, but she'll do that then to some people in like the service industry.
Well, not in the service industry, but I do remember being at a Mariners game when we were kids, and you're around other, there's adults everywhere, and there's swearing happening everywhere, and my mom was just going off on these people that were sitting behind us because they were swearing, and she had 4 kids.
I love that.
And I was like burying my head between my legs like, oh my God, Mom, please stop talking. Please stop talking.
Can your mom go out with me and my wife? Because there are times where you're just like, we're around kids, like especially at the Washington State Fair, and there are some kids that are like in their teens and they're sitting at the table right next to us, and it's just F this, F that. And I'm just like, I get it, but now I'm a parent and this is annoying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Before having Tatum, I wouldn't care. Like that, these are not virgin ears.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like my kid; those are virgin ears.
Well, and when I was I was the oldest at the time, so my mom doing that was very mortifying. I was not bothered by these bad words, but my little siblings maybe.
Next time I go to the fair, can your mom come with me?
Yes.
Yes, let's go. All right, here's another comment.
My mom is an extremely judgmental and condescending person, but cowardly. She used to love talking shit about people right in front of them by speaking Spanish and assuming they didn't understand her.
Uh-oh.
I gave the cashier she insulted a glowing review in front of the manager.
Have you ever done that where you're with somebody who's kind of being a pain in the ass to the service server, and when you're leaving, you like put down extra money?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Here's another $20.
Yeah. There's people in my life I have to apologize for sure.
I've been guilty of that. If you're not guilty of being the jerk, but guilty
You're
of
the good one.
Yes, I'm the good egg.
The peacekeeper.
When I was 11 or 12, I won a science award and a student award because I had the second best grades in the class. My mother was outraged that I received 2 awards while my twin sister didn't win any, so she went to the school and raised hell. The school created a new category just for my sister and gave her a music award.
Okay, I think that's awesome.
Mom's just, wants everything to be even.
You got one more. You ready?
Yes.
My mom once requested a refund because her burger had 1 pickle instead of 2. I just watched in embarrassment while she and the woman at the counter went back and forth.
If you had to ask me which of my parents, my mom is like the anti-Karen. Like she would just never say anything to anyone. She's just kind of there. She goes with the flow. You've heard her on our show. She's super chill. My dad would be exactly that person. In fact, quick story. My first time my wife met my dad. First time we went back to New York. She met him. All right, let's go get dinner. Went to their favorite Chinese food place. Within minutes, my dad is having a full-on argument with our waiter about like these fried, like they're like basic appetizer, like a little like noodle chips or whatever. And so they're arguing about him not coming out quick enough. Then they come out. Now my dad's yelling at him because he didn't bring like the duck sauce or whatever the sauce is that you dip these chips in. It got so bad that within like 10 minutes of this interaction with the waiter and my dad, the guy's zipping up his jacket and leaving. We got a new waiter. We found out that waiter just said, I'm done for tonight. I don't want to do it anymore. Apparently, him and my dad have had beef before.
Oh, no.
Mongolian beef. But no, sorry.
The Daly Migs Show.
The very first of its kind, the KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing is happening on June 9th. And this just in, Steve, it was sold out.
Yes.
But they have released a couple of additional foursomes. So if people want to get in on the tournament, you better head to KISW.com right now. We know that for many of you, you're just waking up, you're starting the morning, you're rubbing sleep out of your eyes, and you're drinking coffee, and you're also trying to sift through the world of pop culture. There's a lot happening out there in the world, Steve, so we're going to help out and tell the people what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
A woman was arrested at Orlando Sanford International Airport in Florida for allegedly,
of course,
hitting a child because that child called her fat, also called her Miss Piggy. So the witnesses say that this woman named Christy Crampton punched the child, hit them with a water bottle.
What?
And slammed their head into a window.
I'm not saying it's okay, but sometimes kids, as they say, kids say the darndest things.
They do.
And sometimes you don't expect them to say something like that, but they have zero filter.
I mean, that's absolutely true.
Not that it's right. I mean, maybe like, hey, you should talk to your kids about maybe being a little bit more respectful, but punching a kid is probably not the best way to go about this.
Absolutely not. We do tell our son, who is almost 6, we just don't comment on people's appearances.
That's
we
a
just
good call.
don't. We
At
don't
all.
comment on anybody's appearance, good or bad.
Well, the news talked to Christy about why she was so upset, and she had this to say.
If by plus you mean I have an extra fabulous, gorgeous, give me some of that figure, then yes. If you mean fat, then no.
I don't know why she had an audience of people there to cheer her on, but there we go. Hey, actually 2 days ago, there was a baseball game between the Detroit Tigers and the San Francisco Giants. Happened at Comerica Park, and a squirrel ran onto the field. I love these moments. I don't know. I'm a sucker for these moments whenever like a animal from the wild ends up in a ballpark, mainly because I always love the baseball announcers trying to do now play-by-play because they have nothing else to talk about. So they're doing play-by-play of a squirrel. Would you like to hear what happened?
I find it more entertaining than the game, so yes.
Squirrel. Where? I don't see it. Squirrel. Where's it at? Squirrel. Andy. That's a black squirrel, too. There's different varieties of squirrels. You got the fox squirrel. The 1-1 is a strike, 1 and 2.
I also love that they just keep the play-by-play going.
That's exciting stuff.
And I did not know that there's different types of squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
Squirrel. Riley Green's like, who invited Rocky here? Yeah. What's the motto you represented in the outfield? Does that make Riley Bowinkle? I think so. Look at him go. How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit. Oh, boy. The bullpen's on it.
Holton just got scared.
Tyler. This is... boy.
That's what they're notorious for. He can get in. He can get out. He can go wherever he wants.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, that sums up Taryn at WSU, right?
Oh, God. Yes, it's very relatable.
He's in the bullpen with the guys down there.
Yeah, he is.
Detroit ended up winning the game 3-1. No word on how the Squirrels doing since then, though.
Also at that game, a member of the grounds crew was hurt between a couple of the innings, and the TV announcers were talking about it, saying that they were concerned for this person. The guy flipped off the camera. This is what happened.
I hope this guy's okay. A part of the grounds crew. He's hurt. One of the EMTs is coming out.
It doesn't look like he's too comfortable, so hope it's just a leg and something not too serious.
Yikes. Can't do that.
Why was he flipping people? Is it Earl Thomas?
I mean, maybe he was just embarrassed that all the attention was on him. I have no idea.
Or maybe he was mad at the squirrel.
Oh, the squirrel was taking all his
I love
glory.
the announcer's reaction.
Yikes. Can't do that.
Can't do that. No, not at all. Real quick, speaking of baseball, the Mariners back on the field tonight, taking on the Washington Nationals. Hopefully, things get a little bit better than yesterday as they lost 9-0. And in the world of the Stanley Cup Finals, we're almost down to the actual final 2 teams. It looks like Florida is going into the Stanley Cup Finals yet again. They can maybe go back-to-back. And will they be taking on the team that they beat last year? Very good chance of it because Game 5, and because they're up 3-1, is the Edmonton Oilers. So the Oilers, if they beat Dallas tonight, it's a rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals.
And who do you want?
Edmonton.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
How would you like a shot at beating Steve today? One more opportunity for you to do so. He has a record of 176 wins, 58 losses, and 40 ties in 2025. Call 206-803-ROCK if you would like to try and beat Migs at 850.
Can't do that.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
When it comes to getting job supplies fast, nothing beats the Home Depot. We're always thinking of new ways to get things done quicker. Whether you're buying online for a quick in-store pickup, using image search to find exactly what you need, rapidly locating products with store mode, or getting supplies delivered same day, we meet the speed of your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Looking for your next great getaway? Discover Burlington, Washington, the heart of Skagit Valley. Nestled between the Cascade Mountains and the Salish Sea, Burlington offers scenic trails, beautiful parks, and outdoor adventures. Explore charming downtown boutiques, enjoy farm-to-table dining, and visit nearby U-Pick farms. With stunning views, cozy lodging, and easy access off I-5, Burlington is the perfect place to relax and explore. Unforgettable memories await. Start now at visitburlingtonwa.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Dustin from Bellevue is. Dustin, are you there?
I am here.
Dustin is in the house. Steve, that means you got to leave the studio.
Bye-bye.
For those playing along at home, Dustin is going to have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready, Dustin?
Let's go.
Who is the current host of Wheel of Fortune?
Pass.
Which company developed the Windows operating system?
Microsoft.
Correct. Who plays Stifler's mom in the American Pie movies?
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes. What festival began in 1991 as a farewell to Jane's Addiction?
Pass.
Which southeastern U.S. state is closest to Bermuda?
Florida.
No.
Georgia.
No.
Louisiana.
No. Pepper is a popular warm-up in what sport?
Baseball.
No.
Tennis.
No.
Basketball.
No. Who composed the music for The Lion King?
Pass.
Which country hosted the postponed Olympics in 2021?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Which country hosted the postponed Olympics in 2021?
France.
No.
Germany.
No.
Japan.
Yes. All right. We got one more in there, Dustin. You got 3 correct, my friend.
Ooh. Boy, oh boy.
There were some tricky ones in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep the faith because that's what I do.
No. Well, you got more faith in me than I. Thank you.
Confidence is key, for sure.
That's right.
All right, Steve, you're back in the studio, but are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Who is the current host of Wheel of Fortune?
That would be Ryan Seacrest.
It is. Which company developed the Windows operating system?
Microsoft.
Correct. Who plays Stifler's mom in the American Pie movies?
Oh, man. What's her? Jennifer Like Jennifer Garner, that'd be weird. Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes. What festival began in 1991 as a farewell to Jane's Addiction?
Oh, this is a very long farewell. That would be Lollapalooza.
Correct. Which southeastern U.S. state is closest to Bermuda?
Florida?
No.
I don't know. Mississippi?
No.
Arkansas?
No. Pepper is a popular warm-up in what sport?
Muddy puddles?
No.
Baseball?
No.
Volleyball?
Yes. Who composed the music for The Lion King?
John Williams?
No.
Jack Black?
No.
Jack White?
No. Which country hosted the postponed Olympics in 2021?
That would be the United States of America.
No.
Japan?
Yes. What is the largest species of toothed whale?
Sperm.
Yeah, you got it, Steve. And with that, let me get out my abacus.
I love your enthusiasm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct is what you got. And that is a win, 7-3. Sorry, Dustin.
Have a good day.
You too, my friend.
Too.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust.
The southeastern U.S. state that is closest to Bermuda is North Carolina.
How about that?
And Elton John did the music for The Lion King.
Oh, yeah. Now that you say it, I remember that being a thing.
It was definitely a thing.
Yes.
Can you feel the love tonight?
No, I can't actually.
Check out the I Beat Migs shirt, ladies and gentlemen. It is available exclusively in the Rock Shop at KISW.com, and it features a Dogman cartoon of our friend Steve Migs over there. 60 seconds on the clock.
The lyrics
Headphones.
on there, too. Headphones, everything's rocking.
It's going to look really good on you, and it might even make you smarter.
The Daily Migs Show.
If you're a proud Washingtonian, call right now because we want to put you to the test, but you have to call now. 206-803-ROCK. We will chat with you after Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Scripps Spelling Bee Finals are happening tonight.
Yes.
You can catch them at 5 p.m. on ION. And unfortunately, the kid that was representing Washington State, not one of the 9 finalists.
Lost yesterday, as well as the kid from Idaho also didn't make it to the final 9.
So, in honor of the Scripps Spelling Bee happening, we are going to do what we're calling the Squim Spelling Bee.
Because Washington State, known for the hard-to-spell places and things, mainly thanks to, there's a lot of Native American, French, and unique regional names. So we figured, let's see if the true Washingtonians can actually spell some of these places and things.
So we will name the place, and our listeners will have to spell it. So we're going to pull Richard from Granite Falls up. Richard, how long have you lived here in Washington?
48 years.
48. All right, Richard, the word that we want you to spell is squim.
Ah, that's the easy one. I used to live there. Sequim.
Easy peasy.
Nailed it. Olympic Peninsula for life, right?
Nice. Randy from Covington, how long have you lived?
First time I saw that, I was like, sequim?
Sequim.
What the hell is a sequim? And then they're like, no, it's pronounced squim. I'm like, that's not much better.
No. Randy from Covington, how long have you lived here in the beautiful state of Washington?
55 years.
Oh, nice. We would like for you to spell the word gooey duck.
Oh, geez. Gooey duck. Geoduck.
Nailed it.
So far, people are crushing this game.
Let's give him another one.
All right, Randy, spell Nisqually.
Nisqually.
Bam.
Randy might be our MVP Squim Spelling Bee
Do we
contestant.
dare give him one more?
Let's give him one more. I'm going to give him, let's find a hard one. Randy, spell the word Okanagan.
O-K-A-N. Oh, shoot. N. O-G-A-N.
Randy!
Randy, you are a true Washingtonian. If I was right by you, I'd take you to Trappers right now in Covington.
Sweet.
Thanks, Randy. All right, we're going to check in with Bulldog. Bulldog, you're at Harborview right now. What's going on?
Well, I recovered from a slip and fall. I broke my femur. I had my knee replaced, and then I was over at Shaggy's, which you guys know who Shaggy is, and we were on his front porch, and I slipped from the green turf to the cedar deck, and fell, and then broke my femur.
Oh, no.
So you see my foot go behind me.
So you're currently at Harborview listening to our show and decided to call in. I love this.
Yes, I'm staring at the Smith Tower.
Oh my God! And Bulldog,
I'm on the 5th floor.
Nice. So how long have you lived here in Washington State?
52.
All right, then we're going to put you to the test. Our Squim spelling bee. We want you to spell the word Chehalis.
Chehalis. C-H-E-L. I don't know.
It's okay.
Can we give you a different one there, Bulldog? Yeah. How about Puyallup?
P-U-A-L-L-U. Puyallup. I don't know. I'm trying to pronounce it.
Did they already give you the pain meds? Is that why?
Well, yes, they're administering pain meds. Yes, and they're doing an okay job, but it is what it is.
Based on your spelling, it sounds like the pain meds are working just great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know my right from my left, and up and down's a little different too.
While we got you on the phone, where's the nickname Bulldog come from?
Well, it comes from a group of guys that we hang out with, and at the bike shop there. Give a shout out to those boys. And, it just stuck, and I've had it for about the last 20, 25 years.
Awesome. Love it, man. Well, hopefully the road to recovery is quick for you.
Yeah, and I want to say I've been listening to you guys since I was probably 15, man. So it's been a good ride. And I also won to call in what's on a Big Mac back in the mid '90s to get remember the tear off she got for the gift for McDonald's, got $5 or $10 or $15, whatever. They sent, I think $40. And me and my buddies, we went to a local McDonald's there in Marysville, and we grabbed up. That's Max, and it was 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
pickles
on a sesame seed bun.
Don't forget the pickles and the onions, baby. Well, enjoy those pain meds.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove that to us, and we're going to hook you up with Santa tickets. And that is Primus, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle all together at White River Amphitheater next Saturday, June 7th. 206-803-ROCK is the number if you'd like to play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
It's time for Hook or Shook. The game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, we have been playing for tickets to see Santa, which features Primus, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle all together at White River Amphitheater next weekend. Say hello to our contestant. It is Ona in Olympia. Good morning, Ona.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. So since Danny is out, we spin no wheel. You're
No
stuck
wheel.
with me, Ona.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready for your clip?
Yep.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
Here we are.
What?
All right, we'll play it again for you. So just kind of put your ear really close to your phone and see if you can figure it out. Let me know if you need a hint.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
So the band's lead singer is Scott Stapp, and they are going on tour this summer. The band name rhymes with greed.
Greed.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's figure out this one.
Yeah.
Bam, nailed it. Figure since Danny's not here and he's usually in charge with the songs, I get my Creed fix.
I'm here for it, Steve. All right, Ona, we're 1 down, 1 to go. Steve, let me hear my clip. Oh. Okay, is this the band that's playing all the house parties right now? Okay, so it's All American Rejects.
You know it.
Dirty Little Secret.
Well, are you right? Let's see. Congrats, Ona. You're going to go to the Santa show.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ona.
Ona,
I'll
you
see
doing
you there.
Ona, are you doing okay over there?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine.
Well, congratulations on your big victory this morning.
Thank you.
Have a good one. I think it has to be because of this freaking tour that they're doing where they're just showing up to people's houses. You could apply to have them perform at your wherever on their Instagram page.
Okay, I didn't know there was an application process. Why aren't we doing this?
Well, so I've gone down the route. I've been watching interviews with them. Like I've all of a sudden become a fan of All American Rejects again, listening to their music. Can't wait. They're going to be doing Emerald Queen Casino. I think that's going to be a show that we have to go check out.
Yes.
But apparently the places that they try and go to are small towns. So you live in a small town. I think we need for you
Oh my gosh, yeah.
to apply.
I would absolutely do it.
Do it.
Okay, we're going
What's
to do it
stopping
today.
you, right?
Nothing at all.
Apparently, one of the shows did get stopped by the cops. They had one song left, and I was watching an interview that they did, and they said they went up to the cop and like, hey, there's a lot of people here. If we could just play the last song, we'll be done. And then the cop's like, oh, crap, you are actually All American Rejects. Like, he thought it was just a cover band. The cop did. And he's like, yeah, finish your song, finish your set, and then be done with it.
Well, let's get our application in today, Steve.
Oh, All American Rejects in Stanwood.
We're manifesting it.
The Daily Migs Show.
Have we talked about something this morning that you would like to talk about? Please give us a call now. 206-803-ROCK is the number, and we will check in with the Rockaholics after Van Halen.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
American Military University offers special rates to military families. Get an education that moves with you for just $250 per credit hour. Learn more at amu.apus.edu/military.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we have not yet had a chance to chat with you about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics. So please do give us a call if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if there's anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. The number to call is 206-803-ROCK. Steve, how are we feeling this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? You seem like a bundle of nerves.
I'm a little bit stressed out.
Why?
Because our dog was taken to the vet this morning to go under surgery to have what's called a TPLO, which is basically repairing.
the old TPLO.
Yeah, you know how it goes. He's got to have meniscus repaired on his knee, his left rear leg. And my dad saved the day today by being the one to drive him in and get him all set up for the appointment. And so we have my dad on the phone this morning.
Let's get an update.
The national treasure. Good morning, Dad.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing all right. What was the general vibe when you picked up Brute from our house this morning?
Oh, he was fine when I picked him up, but I think after I brought him into the bed, he's not liking Papa anymore.
Oh, that's right. Now you're associated with taking him to bad places. Good call, Taryn, by working today.
And I got to say one thing. You are going to have your hands full. Oh my God.
What did they say?
The instruction list is 2 pages long. He can't go up and down stairs. He's got to have his own little kennel area. You're going to have to walk him on his leash. Oh, geez.
Dude, it's so funny you mention that because when we had to bring one time Lulu, when Lulu was alive, we brought her to the vet to take care of a bunch of stuff. And they gave us like this laundry list of things that we needed to take care of. And then the doctor left the room and my wife's like, you weren't paying attention to any of that, were you? I'm like, no, I figured you were. So I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Dad, do you have any idea how much it's going to cost?
$5,000.
Whoa!
Hey, that's
less than I thought it was going to be.
That's $2,000 less than what you thought. That's $6,000 less than what I thought. And you have insurance.
We do have pet insurance. This is the first dog we've ever had pet insurance for, and it has definitely proven to be worth it for this dog.
You still got to pay a lot.
Do they cover in-home care?
Well, that I don't know.
Wait, gonna need that for him.
I was like, Craig, are you charging her?
Well, now that my dog doesn't trust him.
Think about that. I need a little golf money, you know.
Well, so in the mornings we have our nanny that comes over and helps Barrett get ready for school.
Oh, she's got a new responsibility.
Yeah, spoiler alert, you got a dog to take care of now. Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you, Dad, for being such a wonderful papa, not only to our grandson, but also to our dogs.
His granddog.
Part of my routine, living next to Taryn.
So is the dog right now is it under, or have they not done the surgery yet?
I don't know. I just left him in the room.
Well, I think they just gave me a couple of options of things that we can add on for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which I said, no, I don't think we want that. No, I don't think we want that. But then now they're saying he might have to have laser therapy after the fact.
Well, and
I didn't hear that.
I heard you on the phone with the vet tech, and you signed up for some kind of a vet Bitcoin, which I thought was very odd that you agreed to that.
I'm keeping this veterinarian's office in business, that is for sure.
Well, I don't know how you're going to do it. This is going to be wild with him. He is so hard to control. He pulls you right down the street, you know.
But he's a big dog.
He's 90 pounds.
And it's not like he's going to listen if you tell him, hey, be easy on your back leg. Like, dogs are going to do what dogs do.
This dog doesn't even know how to sit.
Well, okay. To be fair, he does know how to sit. But ever
the
since
easiest one, like everybody can teach a dog how to sit.
Here's the thing, though. Ever since he tore his meniscus, since he's been limping, he won't sit. It hurts him to go down into a sitting position.
The only way I can get him to do it is to twist his ear.
Oh my God!
The vet just called about repairing his ear as well. That's going to be an extra $3,000.
I'm just kidding.
Well, Dad, you are a saint. And if you're free next week, we might need some in-home dog care.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Love you, Dad. You're the best national treasure ever.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Somebody texted, we had double ACL surgery on our 1-year-old Akita. What a nightmare. Another person had a cat that cost me $13,000.
Dang.
Isn't it sad that he said $5,000? I'm like, that's not bad.
That's a good deal. I mean, I was thinking it was going to be closer to like 7 or 8. So I'll take 5.
I thought it was 5 figures for sure, based on the calls and the conversation that we had with some of our rockaholics.
What we do for our animals.
Yes.
We are checking in with the rockaholics right now, 206-803-ROCK. And now we were bringing up the fact that the All-American Rejects are playing these small house parties all over the country.
We have to have you sign up when you're done dealing with the vet.
Yes, and Daniel from Tacoma wants to talk about some property that you have where there's some sort of a festival that happens nearby.
Yes, good morning. Alrighty, so I bought some property up in Shelton, and came the 4th of July weekend. I came home. I had to work the next day. I'm hearing some dub-dubs and some wub-wubs. So I'm just like, okay, they'll stop at night. It didn't stop, not at all. So I went out and tried to figure out where it was, and I found out that one of my neighbors runs a EDM festival every year. And they got permits and everything. Exactly. So they got permits and everything, so I can't really be mad. But I got to go the next day, and it was pretty lit. It was fun.
I was going to say, did they give you like an all-access pass and show the neighbor?
Just that one time. I had to pay the next time I went.
Wait, so this isn't actually like a sanctioned EDM festival that they're doing on their property?
Yeah, I think it's called the Barefoot Festival. I don't know. I can once it comes around again this year, I can get more information and then tell you guys.
Please do.
Yeah, Daniel, there might be a time where Taryn and myself might be knocking on your door being like, we're here for the festival.
Can we camp on your property from the festival?
I do have 1.3 acres, so yeah, if you want to.
All right, we'll bring our tents.
Thanks, Daniel. You rock. 206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics right now.
We got some text messages that somebody want to know, what pet insurance did you decide on?
So we have it offered through here. You can get a nationwide pet insurance program. Nationwide is on your side. And so I just did it as like a payroll deduction through work. But there are a lot of really good ones out there. There's like Trupanion and some other ones.
I need to get that signed up because our dog, the new dog, Lucy, is... She's bigger than her for her own good. She's like, because she's just constantly running into things. She reminds me of, you remember those old marionettes when you were a kid? Like
yeah.
Where like it's like just a bird, but it just walks kind of like dookie dookie doo kind of thing.
She's in like an awkward phase.
Very, and it's like she's just barreling over all of us, and it's adorable. But I'm like, man, she's just a walking accident.
I think her new nickname needs to be Loose Cannon Lucy.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Bring it to the festival at Daniel's house.
That would be fun.
Somebody talked about why they had to bring their dog in for surgery because we were talking about your dog earlier. My golden retriever decided to eat an entire birthday cake.
Ooh.
Wrapper and all. Yes, surgery did have to follow after that.
Oh, no.
Another person said my golden retriever had to get surgery to remove 3 golf balls from his stomach.
I mean, you're not going to digest those things.
Well, bring those golf balls to the Bill Wright Golf Complex for Miles Montgomery's golf tournament.
That would be great. Maybe they'd bring good luck.
Monday, June 9th.
We're so excited.
The Daily Migs Show.
Migs just mentioned the first ever KISW Miles Montgomery Golf Classic, and it's presented by Pinky's Plumbing. There was a time, Steve, that this event was completely sold out. But lo and behold, we were given information this morning that some more foursomes have just been released. So if you want in on the action, hurry up and get signed up at KISW.com. We're going to be broadcasting live that morning, Monday, June 9th. Get all the details at KISW.com. Migs, I have wanted my son to be a rocker since the day that he was born. And we're finally kind of graduating out of like kid songs and things like that.
Oh, I wish I had that.
Yours is still Peppa Pig and...
Yeah. or Veggie Tales.
Oh, there you go.
Larry Boy. She's obsessed with Larry Boy.
Well, we're finally getting into him liking music. And so yesterday I decided to ask my 5-year-old son, Barrett, about some of his favorite songs. Barrett. What are your favorite songs right now?
I Want to Rock.
Yeah. What else?
Peaches.
Yeah.
Dirty Deeds.
Yeah.
Bang Your Head.
Oh, good one. What about the one that says all the days of the week?
Yeah.
What's that song called?
Yeah, Pretty Pimpin'.
Are you a rocker?
No.
Yeah, I think you kind of are.
He's a total rocker.
Let's review. Here we go. First one that he mentioned. Does he do a dance when he's listening to this, or does he just bang his head?
Just pretty much bang his head, and now he's been learning how to do the rock horns with his hands.
Nice. Okay, Next one on his list. Feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's kind of like the little prequel to Casper Baby Pants right there.
100%.
Next one.
And I was obsessed with this song when I was little.
That's cool.
Full circle moment.
I got to tell you, Barrett's putting together quite the playlist so far.
I'm proud of him.
Does he have a Spotify playlist?
He should.
Next one. Oh, when I was a kid, this album was my jam.
So great.
I even made the Quiet Riot mask out of tinfoil and cardboard.
Oh, yeah, because it's that kind of creepy thing, right?
It's like a weird goalie type looking mask. Yeah, that definitely creeped my parents out. But the last one that he went with, I am not familiar with.
But it was a Monday, no Tuesday, no Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday came around.
So he's a rocker and a hippie.
Well, this song he likes because Kurt Vile is the artist, and he says "stupid clown." So he's like, can we listen to that stupid clown song? He thinks it's so funny that there's a stupid clown in the song.
I'll be honest, I've heard the name Kurt Vile. This is the first time I've even heard the song.
I'm a huge Kurt Vile fan. He's opening for the Pixies in a couple of weeks. I'm also a massive Pixies fan, so that's like a great world for me to be in.
I like it. But I'm like, oh, well, what a random deep cut. I go on YouTube to find the song. It's got like 21 million views. I'm like, okay, I'm very late to the party.
I think this is without question his most popular song.
It's the only one I know.
The Daily Migs Show.
Who was chosen as the sexiest mascot in baseball?
Moose.
Was
Moose,
it,
Moose.
in fact, the Mariner Moose? You're going to find out during the Daily Migs download after Pearl Jam.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Ryan Castle is in his house.
Yeah, still digesting that applesauce thing we ate earlier.
We had the Diddy burger.
a burger with applesauce on it.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Hey, last night we didn't appreciate the Mariners' performance. Ended up losing 9-0. Back at it again at T-Mobile Park this evening. But speaking of baseball, the sports betting company BetUS ranked the 15 hottest mascots in baseball.
Are we talking hot like?
Sexy.
Okay.
Or hot under the mascot mask.
Oh.
It's based on the mascot's personality, search interest, social media following, and physical proportions.
Oh, God.
So do you think the Mariner Moose made the list?
He better have made the list. He's hot.
Hung like a moose.
He might be hung like a moose, but he's not considered to be all that hot. Didn't make the top 15.
Oh, this list is crap.
It's a quick rundown of the top 5. So number 1 was D. Baxter the Bobcat.
I can get behind that.
Okay, what team is that for? Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of edgy looking, kind of like a bad boy.
The Philly Fanatic, number 2. I think he deserves to be out there.
Wait, how are
more
the
cushion for the?
How are the Diamondbacks not a snake?
Very good point. Well, why is the Mariners a moose?
Well, what else would it be?
A sea animal?
I don't know.
A sailor?
Sperm.
Oh, my God.
How about Clark the Cub from the Chicago White Sox?
He's pretty cute.
Rosie Red, I guess it's like a human female character based on Rosie Red's fan group.
She's a hottie McNaughty for sure.
And then Mrs. Met, not Mr. Met, but Mrs. Met made the top 5.
That's fine.
Okay, fine.
I just feel like our moose should have definitely been in there.
I feel like
top
this
10.
is just a weird list.
Very much so. At the Polar Music Prize ceremony in Stockholm, Tobias Forge of Ghost did a cover of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen in front of Queen members. That's a tall order. Brian May was there, also Roger Taylor.
Have you heard it?
No.
I saw a little bit of it. It did not go great for them, and I like Ghost.
I didn't hate it, though.
Oh, okay.
My time has come.
You know what? When you watch him do it, it sounds a lot cooler, but when you just hear the audio, I kind of understand where you're coming from.
I love Ghost. I was like, I don't know if I would have done that.
Oh, that's tough. And you have to do that in front of the members of Queen.
Yes.
And it was awkward when they got up in the middle of it and just left. No, they didn't do that. Hey, as far as weather, we're hitting a high of 69.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to rain. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with your Morning 12 pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
When it comes to getting job supplies fast, nothing beats the Home Depot. We're always thinking of new ways to get things done quicker. Whether you're buying online for a quick in-store pickup, using image search to find exactly what you need, rapidly locating products with store mode, or getting supplies delivered same day, we meet the speed of your business. Download our app and start scheduling delivery. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Military families are the backbone of our nation's strength. At American Military University, we believe in supporting those who support our country. And that support isn't just for active duty service members. It's for entire military families. Whether you're a parent, spouse, legal partner, sibling, or dependent, you can access our preferred military rate of just $250 per credit hour for undergraduate and master's level tuition. American Military University. Education that honors service. Learn more at amu.apus.edu/military.
I'm usually a big planner, so naturally, I was anxious about how labor and delivery would go. But my maternity team was so outstanding and helpful in preparing me mentally that my birth plan was just to be flexible and trust in the medical team at Providence Swedish. Even when there was a shift change mid-labor, my team was like, we're staying. We gotta meet this baby. The birth really was just so calm and peaceful.
Learn more about saying he's story at providenceswedish.org/maternity. Providence Swedish. Health for a better world.